So welcome everybody. How are you doing? I'm Becky.
Yeah, I'm Larry.
And I'm going to go ahead and we're just going to get the screen sharing going on here and get this started. And again, I'm going to have Annalise and Ronson go ahead and manage the chat for us. And Nariani, you can always mute everybody when they come on because I always get so distracted when that happens. So like that. Maybe if you wanted to try to mute everybody, that would be great. And then, because it's really hard. Okay, so Larry, what is MetaPWR? Okay, we're going to start over. Okay, Larry, how are you doing?
I'm doing very well.
Wonderful. Thank you so much for sharing this class with me today. I'm really
Yeah, it's a
excited to have
pleasure.
you part of this. So, what is MetaPWR system?
Well, MetaPWR system is metabolic personal wellness realized. So that's the PRW is personal wellness realized.
And when I heard that first, I thought, well, how amazing is that? Like this program that we're going to talk about today is your personal wellness. And so many people, when I talk to them about doTERRA and stuff, everybody has their story or their issue or their problem that they want to work on. And this is something that we can actually have them realize goals and realize great things happening. And whoop, so, do you want to live younger, longer, and look and feel even better?
We all do. I
Yeah.
think we all do.
Your body has an amazing capacity to thrive when you give it what it needs. And a lot of times we just don't know what to do, what to give it. You know, we're so busy taking care of our families and rushing back and forth to work or all the stress, the traffic, the bills, and everything. There's so much going on in our life. We just tax our body, but we don't honor our body on giving what it needs to help support us. And so we've all seen this chart. Of course, over here is the health span, having higher quality health span. And then down here is the lifespan, how long you're going to live. And in most cases, when we reach the age of 25, that's when we start going downhill. I don't know if it's after college and we get married or something, whatever, but that seems to be when like our body stops producing all the things that we need to live a increased health span. So, health span here is having a better quality of life, living longer, more energy, all those different things. And right now, we seem to be, as a society here in the United States, and I'm sure it's the same in India, where the average population just really starts to go downhill. We have all these aches and pains and different things that happen. And then, if we do some medical interventions, like get your knee replaced or having surgeries and different things, we can expect to live a little longer. But look, the quality of our life is horrible. It's not so good. And we have a lot of side effects from those medications and stuff. But if we go through and start doing things to take care of ourselves, we can actually increase our health quality, like our health span.
Yeah, like you're feeling better.
So, this is what this whole program is all about. So, Larry, have you ever set New Year's goals, New Year's resolutions?
Of course I have. Yeah.
And how did they go for you?
Not very well when I don't have a plan.
Yeah. And so you guys, how many of you set New Year's resolutions and they failed like within 2 weeks?
Yeah, it's more of a wish.
More of a wish, yeah. And New Year's resolutions just don't work. They are actually designed to set you up to fail. They leaving you feel worse than when you got started, right? And so we are going to talk about today of choosing an annual theme like a mantra or a something that's going to inspire you and lift you up and give you some inspiration to do this program. And so we're going to show a video, and this video does have some background noise in it, and there's no talking in it for a little bit. So you guys don't think that I don't have the sound up. It's going to be the way the video is.
Mundane is never meant to be motivated. Rising to the occasion wasn't supposed to be easy. Time is not always on your side, but now, power is within reach. Your body can keep up with your aspirations. Your mind has unlocked a new level of creativity. You'll find ways to move forward, making every moment count, inspiring others to do the same. Your mantra is power. Choose your mantra.
I just love doTERRA's videos. They do such a great job. And I hope that left you feeling inspired. And when we're going to talk about creating your mantra theme, that's what works, right?
It
And
does.
so what we're going to do is Suzanne, she has the Power to Be PDF, and she's going to drop it in the chat. And this is a wonderful workbook that doTERRA created for us to be able to be inspired, think about more detail of what our powerful word is, our mantra is. And so basically, Larry, what did you choose as your mantra?
A word that motivated me was stronger.
Yeah.
So there was a word that really, kind of kept me going and kept me motivated.
And so with your stronger, you've had that for quite a few years, actually, right?
Yeah. It's something that just it motivates me to get up and exercise mostly.
Yeah. And you do a really good job every day working out. It seems like maybe you'll take a break once in a while to get your muscles a rest, which is part of the program too.
Yeah, well, I think when you exercise, do something that you enjoy. Do something that you're going to be able to do at least several times a week, and it's going to give you that good exercise and that movement that your body needs.
And so my mantra that I created is I created I'm the sparkler. And the sparkler is like igniting that fire in me and giving it to others and to help motivating others. And I know that if I don't have that fire, then I'm not making an impact in the world. And that just really inspires me. That gets me going and taking and honoring my body. Because if I'm not living my best self, then I know I can't give that to others either. So finding this mantra, this is a nice little workbook that kind of gives you some ideas on what words you could choose and really just find that to be, your inspiration. And we have this little page in that workbook too that you can write that down and stick it up on the walls, print it out. Stick it in the refrigerator if you have to, or in the cupboards. Put it everywhere. And this is just a nice little reminder that is really that inspiration and empowerment for you to take on and take control of your life. And so we also are introducing, like again, this 30-day challenge. And this 30-day challenge is going to help you make your mantra a reality. And this is in your training back office, and we'll show you the link here in a minute. But when you choose your mantra, you're going to receive the step-by-step guidance that's going to help you walk through every day with creating those little habits or little awareness that's going to be very supportive for you. So, but first, before we jump into that, you're going to want to purchase the MetaPWR Metabolic System Kit. And of course, we know right now, as of today, that's not available yet. And it's going to be some time before we get that. And we're just really excited to have that. And this is why we're going through all these trainings, is so that you can really learn about how to really make this an impact in your life. And we've gone through in other classes all about these products, but this is the 3 products that are going to be the most impact in that kit. And I'll just do a quick little recap on what these oils are and the products are. So the MetaPWR blend, or metabolic blend, is actually formulated with grapefruit, lemon, peppermint, ginger, and cinnamon bark. And the mantra of the MetaPWR metabolic blend is willpower in a bottle. And I love that. That's so true, because it's really helping you with curbing the cravings. And I'm telling you, I drink it every day in my little container here. And I go through about 3 or 4 of these a day, probably more, huh?
Yeah.
And it really, like, having more water in you and hydrating your body and drinking this is just really incredible. It's going to support the metabolic health. And 13 out of 14 people in our society actually have poor metabolic health and could use some benefits of having this program. 13 out of 14, you guys. Now, if you think you're number 14, like you've got really great health, well, I'm telling you, as I'm witness to my body as I age, it's really hard to keep up on that. It's really important.
Yeah, it is. I mean, as we age, our body depletes those things, and it's important to keep up and keep supplementing with it. And I love the MetaPWR, just putting in a drop in the water because it tastes so good, and then it makes me mindful of staying on my program.
Mm-hmm. And the next product in there is the next product is the MetaPWR Assist, and this product is uh, the mantra is the you don't need those carbs, and I think that's really fun to say because it helps me remember it's assisting my body and getting rid of those carbs, or basically turning long chain or short chain carbs into the long chain carbs, which is turning fat carbs into slow carbs, which helps you metabolically not crash throughout the day. And it's going to not have you have those spikes and things that makes you want to reach for something else, like at 10 o'clock and then at noon and then at 3. And it just it's going to help stabilize your energy levels throughout the day. So really, really great product. And you would just take this one pill before your largest meal. It's best to take it before the meal, but if you forget, you take it during the meal, that's okay, or even a little bit after. And if you have really huge goals to lose weight, maybe you'd want to take it with each meal or something like that. But I just take one during the day.
Yeah, so we keep our MetaPWR Assist in the kitchen.
Yeah, so that's right. You want to always tie it to a habit. That's what we're going to talk about here. And so the other product is the MetaPWR Advantage. And Larry, this is your favorite product.
I was so excited when doTERRA introduced the MetaPWR Advantage, because we had tried collagen products before without ever knowing much about it or the quality of the collagen that we were taking, and never really felt much from it. But when doTERRA came out with the MetaPWR Advantage, and we saw the types of collagen and the marine collagen and the quality of it and the different types that were available in this product, it really was a game changer. And it really was something that when we tried it the first time, I felt it. And then as we've continued to use it, I've really seen the advantage and the results of using this every day.
And I think that it's really tastes good, and
it tastes wonderful.
It gives me lots of energy. I'm always kind of surprised on how much of a little pick me up kind of feeling that
it's one product that I really look forward to starting my day with.
And we're going to go a little bit more into depth with this one a little bit later, but I just wanted to say that this is what this kit would kind of include, and so you're going to want to get that, and then we're going to go into step 2. You want to register for this training, and it's on training.doterra.com. And there's 2 different programs on there. One of them is all about the MetaPWR products. And then this one is about the 30 days support and actually doing a program to be able to help everybody within a 30-day plan. So this is what it sort of looks like. This QR code will take you to that place, but it's going to be, I really like it because it actually breaks it down in day-by-day lessons. And each lesson is, I think they're around 5 minutes and under. Most of them are like 18 seconds to 2 minutes kind of time frame. So you can sneak that in on your busy day. And if you just go through every day, wake up and look at this and see how you're going to plan your day with what the goals are and stuff on there, it's really a fun program. And doTERRA does a beautiful job. I love the different tips and tricks that they give you. And they're breaking it down in 4 weeks. And the first part is kind of get you set up, get you organized, show you how to measure yourself, how to do all these different things. And the week 2 is really going to talk about more nutrition and your digestion and the rest, which is part of the lifestyle pyramid. And we're also going to go through and look at like maybe even how to cook different foods and how to do a food plan and things like that. And week 3 is we're going to talk about exercise, different kinds of ways you can move your body and how to have fun around that. And maybe even doing some fun things with outings with your friends and family to go for walks together or go play pickleball together or something. And then week 4 was a little more deep dive in the metabolic system where, it's really complex. There's so many things to our body. If you think about we breathe in air and how it feeds our body and our organs, and all of our organs respond in different ways, right? And so we just kind of go through a little bit more on how to do meditation and yoga and stuff like that. And then after the program, why stop now? It's like, I don't think, and honestly, they say it takes 28 days to develop a habit. I think for me, it only takes 1 day to break that, right? So why stop there? Maybe just keep rotating through and just keep polishing the fenders on the car, right? Just keep working through it.
Yeah, the wonderful thing about this program is it gives you accountability and it builds a routine.
Yeah, it's brilliant. Okay, so here's some samples of some of the screenshots within the program. Like day 3 is drink more water, and it goes through and it talks about how much water your body should be taking, considering your weight and whatnot. And really powerful. So in pounds, it's all in pounds, so I don't know what the kg is, but like if you weigh 150 pounds, you should take 75 ounces of water every day. And so that is a nice little formula to do that. So again, you want to take and drink the water in a metal container or a glass container or porcelain cup like this. You never want to use plastic. And because the citrus oils will eat away at that plastic. And here we are as trying to uh, get rid of the toxins in our body, and we don't want to add them to our body when you're drinking that. Okay, day 4 is the food journal. And I had many food allergies. And my naturopath doctor told me that I should do a food journal. And oh my gosh, you guys, doing a food journal is hard to do. So keep your food journal in the kitchen, have it open, and just write down what you're eating. Every time you go to the fridge and get a snack or whatever you're doing, write that down. It takes about 3 to 4 days later for your body to respond to the food that you ate. So if you had maybe like a bunch of pasta on Tuesday and then you're just not feeling it on Friday, that's probably why. And so a food journal is really going to help you zone in onto what is not working and what is working. And so be honest to yourself too. If you snuck one of those little candy bars or something, you're going to want to be honest with yourself, because that's the only way you can move through this.
Yeah, yeah, and it does. Again, that's the accountability.
Mm-hmm. And so I work at a suicide center in our community a few days a week, and I work with the essential oils for helping monitor our mental support. And life journaling, I think, is so key. If you're not already doing it now I know a lot of our leaders have done the uh, peak performance program that doTERRA has done, and they've talked about the Miracle Mornings book. And inside that Miracle Mornings book is journaling. And you want to do at least 10 minutes every day. Talk about like how that exercise has really kicked your butt, or maybe the mental support that you're not, you're like, gosh, I can't seem to get through this. I'm giving up and all these things. And write those things down, because they're just beads and noise in your head. And if we can get those down on paper, you can be really present to your breakthroughs and what you're doing on a day-to-day basis.
Yeah, yeah, journaling is really important.
Yeah. And we've been doing that for about 4 years, 5 years.
Yeah, yeah, when we were introduced to the Miracle Morning.
Yeah.
I mean, that was the first time I ever started journaling.
Yeah, it's really, really great program, you guys. Okay, so here's another idea. Day 5 is conquering cravings. Now, I'm not going to go through every day. I'm just going to give you an idea of what some of those days look like. And this one for me is my hugest problem. I love chocolate. Oh my gosh. And So how do I go through and conquer those cravings and work through that? This is the deep dive for me to really, and going through and talking to Larry, food journaling, and really being honest with myself. A lot of people have issues with sleeping, or how do you handle the stress? All these areas are inhibiting our body in losing weight or having our best life, right? And so getting through those areas of our cravings or our issues is so important. Okay. Day 9 is being mindful mealtime. Now, my mom used to tell me, Becky, chew your food. It's like, I don't know, it's not like I'm starving to death. Like, you can look at myself and know I'm not starving. But when we sit down and eat, we just want to gobble it down and recognize that in your mouth you have is your first digestive fluids is your saliva in your mouth. And you should chew 40 times before you swallow, right? And make sure it's all broken down and you're giving your stomach a chance to digest it easier. But if you tend to be one of those people that swallows really big pieces of meat or whatever, and it's going to take forever for your stomach to digest that, you want to get those the food broken down, get those nutrients into your system and out of your body so that you don't have those toxins sitting in your body. You need to be having 2 bowel movements every day. And so these kinds of things is what they're training you within these videos and programs. Now, I stole this from Pete. Thanks a lot, Pete. I love this slide. When I saw it on his presentation a few weeks ago, I just thought, yes, this slide really gives you a picture of all the complexity of our bodies. And what I like about this slide is all of these things are measurable. They're visible that you can see and detectable. And like our energy, our hair, how our nails are growing, how our skin is. Are you sleeping better? Are you losing some weight perhaps? On all these things. So when we're going through and trying to track all this stuff, we want to go back to and look at the doTERRA lifestyle chart. And looking at that lifestyle chart, we're looking at our nutrition and digestion, movement and metabolism, resting and managing stress, and reducing that toxicity, I think, is a really big thing, right? And of course, having these classes all the time is helping us informing us on self-care and so on. So the goals, you're going to want to write down goals in each of these charts and or sections. And on my next page, I'll show you what that is. But be honest. You want to answer the questions, what you're related to, who, what, where, why, and when. You're going to want to break down the long-term and short-term milestones. So Larry and I did run a marathon, and we didn't do it the first day, right? When you go through and do a long goal like that, it took us, I think it was a 6-month plan. And we broke down the plans of how to get to 26 miles and what we're going to do every day, every week, how we're going to do our meal plan and so on. And that kind of specific goal is really important. You don't want to set a goal like to become more fit. To become more fit is not a goal. It's not going to work. So let me just go ahead and clear this annotation. I think I can clear it. Don't remember how to do that. Okay. Now, when we go to the next slide, take me to the next slide. There we go. Here's the breakdown of the lifestyle chart with each category. And write at least one thing in each category. 2 or 3 would be great on what your goals are with each one. How is your sleep and what do you want to do to improve your sleep? And how is your exercising? What kind of different things do you want to do in exercising? And make it specific. And this is also part of a handout, Suzanne, that she's going to send to you. And yeah. And so Suzanne has this. She's going to add it to the chat so that you have this to download. And this is something that everybody should do. And if you filled this out every week, this will be really impactful because it's going to do you a deep dive into each category of the lifestyle chart and really being able to help you get more present to your body, get more present to really what your actions are doing and what your habits are and what your habits are not, and how you can manage those better. Now, The other thing you're going to want to do is you're going to want to take a photo, right, Larry?
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
So
Yeah.
we took photos of ourselves. Oh my gosh, you guys, it was the hardest thing to do, looking at myself in the mirror and like seeing all the sins that I've done over the years. And but it's so important. Please, 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 please do not step over this step.
Because you want to know where you started.
Mhm. And it's a motivator, right?
Yeah, exactly.
And so we talked about your goals, your mantra, and then you're going to want to put pictures of yourself next to that mantra. Maybe do a dream board with your mantra, these pictures, and what your goals are. And be sure to take front, back, side picture, close up of the face with no makeup on, and maybe different areas if you got the wiggle under the arms or something, different areas that you're focused on. And make sure that you have good lighting because I know a lot of times when we see pictures that people share the before and after, it's really hard to see what we're
Well,
looking
sometimes a
at.
little dark in a room or something.
Yeah. And so here's another thing you're going to want to do is take measurements. And this chart here is on the handout that Suzanne's doing. And this chart, you're going to want to be honest with yourself. No, don't lie. Be super honest. This is giving you a way to how to measure all the different things accurately. And I know Larry, he helped me measure some things, and just keeping me honest.
Well, again, you just want to, it's your progress and it's tracking your progress. And you really will be amazed at how quickly your body does get fitness and how much you can progress rather quickly.
Mhm. And here's some more measuring tips, like what kind of clothes you want to wear, so on. So you can take a screenshot of this and make sure that you don't screw up on it, but you want to make sure you do it every morning and make sure that you retake pictures if you're not happy with them and so forth. This is an important thing because you're going to probably want to share the before and after, so you're going to want to be happy with them.
Exactly.
Now, I'm sharing this with you because this is an example of a before and after picture. And what's really powerful about this testimony is that she started doing the doTERRA MetaPWR in 2022. And I'm guessing it was about September 20th. And so this photo she took before a convention. And then she took this 18 days later, you guys, 18 days. Now look at her face. Isn't she beautiful? That smile, she has more of a sparkle in her eye. Her teeth are, I mean, everything's just so great. But I want to point out, and I'm going to read this testimony to you because this is really important. She said this was never about weight loss. And still, in fact, the scale barely moved. She didn't lose weight, you guys. She's saying she didn't lose weight. And so I just want you to be present to all the measurements, all the different things that we're talking about here is going to be really important to keep you inspired and on track. When you see visibly the difference, but you step on the scale and you get discouraged because maybe the scale didn't change, you guys, this is important. This is something that you really want to focus on is I'm having a lot of the same results as many, more energy, better sleep, great skin, mental clarity, less joint pain, and increased flexibility. But she's saying here what you can't see on the outside is the anxiety that she has is basically gone. This makes me want to cry because I know that so many people struggle with anxiety and mental health. She said last year has been a terrible year for her and her mental health wise. And she's been transparent about it, of course, but she's still holding on some of that shame. And it's really, really, really heavy. And after her mental crisis back in March, she's slowly been picking up the pieces, rebuilding herself, and MetaPWR has made her feel like she's finally back together again. This is what we're looking for, you guys. This is the kind of stuff that we're wanting to focus on. Don't just focus on the weight. And when we're going through and doing that lifestyle chart and really focusing on the different areas of what our body's all about, our rest and our sleep and mental health, I think should be part of that too, that chart, because it's a really big deal. And I think for me, when I'm trying to lose weight, I have this battle in my brain that's just not a friend. It's like, you can have that candy bar. Oh, you don't need to go work out today. And that is my biggest battle. And so keeping track of those things, you can see how many times that battle won or lost, right?
Yeah. I mean, with a little discipline, I mean, just take notice of how you're feeling. Because when you're feeling better, I mean, you're just more confident and you want to keep going.
And that's again, when we go back to the lifestyle journal, that's again really why I thought that was really important to
Mhm.
have. Okay, now here is the weekly quiz that you want to do. The weekly check-in quiz is basically having you be present, rating yourself on all these different things. So, like, how is your hunger cravings? How is your sleep? And so on. And so, fill this out and go from there. And now, this is a great time to focus on habit stacking. Like we were saying earlier, habit stacking is so important. It's taking your good habits to a good life. And my worst thing is habits. I really do have a struggle with having really good habits. I think it's the creative part of me that I always have to mix it up a little bit. I mean, how many else is like that? It's like, oh, I can't stay on track. I got to mix it up. So, how might you simplify your day by combining several habits into one? So what we do is we have our oils in our kitchen, we have our oils in our bathroom, we have our oils in the office. I put them next to the diffusers that we have around the house so that we can remember to use them and habit stack. One of the things that I like to do is add MetaPWR to my water bottle before I go out for my large walk. And it really makes a huge difference during my walk. Sometimes I'm like, oh, I'm really tired. I'm on my fourth mile and I'm still, needing to get that extra energy. And it's really nice to have that water with you. And you're getting two things taken care of at once.
Exactly. I mean, and it tastes good and it's mindful, why you're doing what you're doing.
Mm-hmm. And so, Larry, this is
Well, this is building your daily routine. I'm a person who really likes routine and doing that same thing over and over again each day. So build that morning routine. Have the oils in the kitchen when you get up in the morning so that you can, get that MetaPWR into your water first thing in the morning, and then build that day type routine. Whatever you're doing in the daytime when you take that break to have lunch, that you have the things that you need. And then, of course, in the evening, when you're winding down, having dinner, and then before bedtime. So just have those oils and the things you need available to you, where you take those routine breaks every day.
And I think that that's what the community is so good to share what those are in the community and you're helping others like, oh, I didn't think of that. So if you have some really good ideas, use your community to help you get focused in that respect. This is a huge, huge habit. And I know Suzanne showed this last week in her class regarding the routines. And I just think it's really a powerful thing.
Yeah, because it builds that accountability.
Mm-hmm. And also then taking a look at that through the lifestyle chart, when we're going through and doing that wellness plan, what other habits can you put together? So like for the nutrition and digestion, what could you be doing differently, and so on. So here's a nice little screenshot too with the different things like what could you be doing if you're having a trouble with resting and managing your stress? And what are some of the things you can be doing for reducing that toxicity? So this is another way to start mapping and putting things together for habit stacking.
Mm-hmm.
Now, here's my routine. I know it seems really overwhelming, but I'm going to tell you, I could have had twice as many slides on here. I really, really, really do use this product day in and day out. And it's just little steps at a time. Don't overwhelm yourself with this kind of stuff. But like we have the shampoo in our shower, right? We have the toothpaste in our bathroom. So I use the toothpaste every time I brush my teeth, of course. And then I love, 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 love. And Larry, you do too, the invigorating scrub.
Yeah, I do. I do
Yeah.
use that.
And it's amazing. And right after I shower, I created this potion. You guys might want to write this down, but I call it aromatic dressing. And I've taken castor oil and I've infused it with frankincense, grapefruit, and zendocrine. And actually, I've infused it with MetaPWR as well, essential oil. And I do about maybe 5 drops of each. Now, in the wintertime, I'll add cassia to kind of help warm my body up and so on. But mix it up And that's about an 8-ounce jar that I use. And then I like to rub that on my legs and on my little cellulite areas. And it's just really a nice way to use the oils. Larry, I want you to share this one.
Oh, the workout in the workout is for us is important is to do something that doesn't take a whole lot of time but makes a big difference. And it's one of those things that you can get done in the morning, and we like to do it in the morning because it's just something that we can check off of our list, going like, yeah, we did exercise this morning, and at least we got that taken care of. And so, do something that you enjoy, whether it is just going out for a walk around the block, or if it's yoga or meditating in the morning. And whatever your exercise routine is, to get your body moving. And it's a really good way to do it in the morning and to get your day started off. And and it really does build up that energy.
And another trick I like to do, Larry, always makes me my coffee in the morning, and we call it a metabolic booster. And we put cinnamon bark, 1 drop, ginger, 1 drop, lemon, 1 drop, and we put just a half a eighth of a teaspoon,
It's just a pinch.
just a little pinch of the cayenne pepper and some honey. I forgot to put honey on there, and like a little bit of honey, and that really gets your. Oh my gosh, I could feel my body just starting to wind up. It's like adding gas and fuel to the engine as well. And I also take the MetaPWR metabolic blend, and I drink it in my water throughout the day. So this is the mid-afternoon. Of course, we take our advantage in the morning and our VMG plus with the omegas. And throughout the day, in my office and throughout the home, I love to diffuse. Oh my gosh, you guys, this adaptive oil is incredible for me. It really makes a huge difference. And Intune is my favorite oil. It helps me stay focused and on track. And I can tell when I don't use it. It's like, why am I squirreling around so much? And I'll grab it and put it on. And the Melissa is also really helpful for me to stay busy and be active. Shante and Matt actually taught me that oil. The Melissa oil, I think, is the oil to get your butt moving oil. I love it. And then for dinner in the evening, I do a light meal. You can actually even make salad dressings infused with like an olive oil or something. And then I do the MetaPWR Assist at that time. And before I go to sleep at night, I've been trying to drink some bergamot tea and having my body just wind down and prepare itself for sleep. And then my nighttime routine is I've been using the deep blue rub and the deep blue oil on my neck because I've been sitting at the computer really intense and trying to get that done. And of course, the night facial line and the Serenity to help me sleep. So again, you can add these things to your tracker. If you're having a hard time finding different, ways to include these into your life, just kind of be noteful of the different ways that you can help your body with the sleeping better, help your body with exercising better, and so on. Okay, now I wanted to spend a little bit of time here on the emotion aspect of it. And when I read about the emotion of the MetaPWR oil, it's really, really incredible. And we have a body acceptance issue in our society as well. I think it's like the models are like a size 0, and all the magazines we look at, all the social media, and we're all trying to compare. And I know that Pete talked about this a few weeks ago when we're comparing ourselves to other people. It's the sin. Don't compare. Everybody's bodies are different. And so I'm going to read this to you. It's really incredible. MetaPWR addresses the underlying emotional patterns which contribute to one's body size, shape, and self-perception. So your body size is your self-perception, no one else's. So you can change that self-perception. This blend seeks to return individuals to emotional regulation and physical homeostasis. This blend can help individuals return to loving, nurturing, and honoring their body and treating it with the respect it deserves. As individuals learn to accept their body as it is, the body can more easily move forward or toward its ideal expression. And that really inspires me. Our bodies know these oils are so intelligent. They know how to help move our body to its ideal expression. Learning to love our body, learning to accept it is, I think, a big, important way for our body actually to get there. If we can accept it it will get there more easily. So MetaPWR encourages individuals to rise above self-judgment by embracing the body's natural beauty and inherent value, regardless the weight or the appearance. So I hope that was an inspiration for you as much as it is for me. And again, so get connected with the community, that's step 3. And so having like your Facebook page, all that different stuff is so important. WhatsApp groups and different things in a group page, so that accountability is key to success. Right, Larry?
Yeah, it is. Together, we do better. And so, when we participate as a group, it's a way to motivate us and keep us accountable.
Yeah, it's really so important. So on your daily check-in on that accountability group, you're going to want to, be honest. Did you use the products? Did you perform some form of movement? Did you go out and exercise? Did you stick to your meal plan? Right? It's really important. And then on a weekly basis, now I would suggest you printing out 4 copies of each of these forms. And it's really important, because in that way you're not using an excuse that you don't have it or whatever. But I guess this one has all the weeks on it, so you don't need 4 copies of that. But you want to complete your weekly check-in. You're going to want to take your measurements and all that stuff. And notice, you guys, that weight is not on here. I don't know if you guys have all noticed that, but that's not on here. And create a meal plan for the next week. Now, I'm going to say, talk a little bit about the products here, that they're not in India, and they may not be for a little bit. And so, but it's in a lot of the training. So just to kind of listen in, know that you might want to really up the game with your greens and supplementing your body. Now, again, with all those different things that the metabolic system supports our body with, brain clarity, sleeping better. You could just go on and on and on with all these different testimonies. And I did share, there's a Facebook group page called doTERRA MetaPWR System Testimonies. You have to be a doTERRA member to be accepted in the group. And I forgot to grab that link, and I hope somebody can grab that link and share it in the chat. And if not, we'll try to share it. But this is a wonderful, wonderful, I learned so much in this group too. And it's very inspiring to see what other people have been getting as far as their support. And for me, I have better eyesight. I feel that my eyesight, I don't know if it's because sometimes, when you get tired, your eyes kind of get a little bit blurry. And maybe I'm not as tired as much, but it sure seems like it's really helping me. And this slide was a very powerful slide. You might want to take a screenshot of this, because this lady went in to lose weight and stuff like that, but then she had some surgeries and different things for her gallbladder, and she had that removed. And then she was doing some things that were not aligned with what she should be doing. And so within the group, people were helping her change her protocols and stuff. And then she just really, it was life-changing for her. And so I love this testimony as well. So again, we talked about the MetaPWR system. It's in context, very complicated process. When I saw this slide at convention when they were showing it, I'm like, holy cow, how am I supposed to study that? Don't study it, guys. It's just sharing with you that it's complex, and that this is all a journey, and that we're going to trust doTERRA, that they've done all the studies, all the research, and we're going to lean in and go for it. And I love these slides. We've shared these in other classes, but screenshot these slides. They're really powerful for sharing with others what kind of different things the collagen has, all the different types, and the power that it is. And this slide too is also a real wonderful slide on like what resveratrol is going to do for us, buckthorn fruit extract, all these different things that these products have are very powerful. Larry and I created this slide because this NAD and NMN, it was all new foreign stuff to me, but holy cow, this was really mind changing for me. It was a game changer for taking this product, and understanding what these special ingredients do for your body is really important. You can go to pubmed.gov and actually type in these words, which I can't even begin to pronounce, and do some research on it. do some research on these ingredients because it will be really giving you more of an understanding of what's happening.
Yeah, it's very powerful to get the knowledge and to understand, what these products are giving you and how important this is for your body.
Mhm. And so I have this testimony from the doTERRA team, all of our leaders and scientists and stuff at doTERRA, and I highlighted the one I wanted to read because I thought it was very inspiring. So when supplementing with collagen, you need to understand that bioavailability is really important. When a supplement or nutrient is more easily absorbed and used by your body, it's considered more bioavailable. The number of grams you read on a label isn't what determines how much collagen your cells will receive after taking it. So when you think about if your body's really inflamed and has lots of things, it may not absorb it as much until, it's going to take a little bit of time for your body to reset and be able to really take on. And I felt this stuff right away, like we were saying, it's really incredible. Now, some people's body is going to like react to it, like have more gassy things going on and stuff, and that's all part of the process. It's all part of it. So again, as a leader, you may want to inspire your team to come together once a week and go on a group hike or bike ride or do something different. Try some new activities maybe that you've never done before. Larry's picked up pickleball and he went and played pickleball yesterday and you met some new people. This is a great way to join memberships, gym memberships maybe or something like
Yeah,
that.
just do fun activities.
Yeah. And don't forget the different oils that you can start using to train everybody to start using, like turmeric and copaiba is amazing. Maybe even start teaching them to do the Aromatouch technique. The Aromatouch oil is really great to support the body. Use these classes to be able to help engage and train people on the power of all these oils and how you can use them throughout the day. And again, the same thing with cooking classes. Oh my gosh, there's so many. And I actually, I think I gave Suzanne the ebook on cooking classes. Actually, it was too big to share in my WhatsApp. So if you go to doTERRA ebooks, you'll find the page on the back office of the ebooks and be able to download the cooking classes. There's so many fun recipes, power bars, and different things like that.
Popular classes too.
Oh my gosh, people love these classes. It's really fun. Um, and again, add that to the 30-day tracker. Don't forget to keep doing that. And the other thing about all this is that as you're every week assessing what maybe you want to add to your protocols and things, add that to your loyalty reward program. Don't forget to include that. Make sure that that is something that you're really helping your team understand how they can get deeper discounts with these oils, and even sharing oils with other people may help pay for the oils too. So it's a win-win all the way around. I'm going to finish off here with this last quote, testimony, and it's this one over here where MetaPWR will allow you to impact not just individual lives. It will also impact generations of people. As they watch you transform, so will they. And that's Dr. Russell O, who said that quote. And for me, that really inspired me because I'm all about making a difference for the world. I'm all about changing lives and helping people find their true self and their voice and making an impact in the world. And so, what is in store for you? And so, I would love to hear any of the questions you have. And I guess that's all for our presentation. So, I'll stop sharing and stop recording too, I guess. How is everybody? Are you there?
Yeah, so Rongson said he had a testimonial about MetaPWR. I don't know if he still wants to share that. That was a little ways back in the chat.
I would love to hear your testimony, Rongson. Is he there?
Rongson, turn on your camera, Rongson, and unmute yourself. We'd love to hear. There are so many amazing testimonials. That was fantastic information. Love to have you here too, Larry. It's also, I love to see you two teach. Yeah.
I think Rongson fell asleep. Oh, look at Abito. He's got some MetaPWR.
Wow.
Do you have a testimony, Abito? You want to say anything? Hi.
I'm just beginning.
Oh, you're
Yeah,
just beginning.
just started using it. Yes.
Wonderful. Yeah, it's a wonderful product, huh? Do we have
Yeah.
any other questions? Did you want to say anything, Beto?
I just wanted to say thank you so much for the training. This is very inspiring, very informative, and really this will change so many people's life.
Yeah.
Becky, this was an amazing training, as in we know the benefits of MetaPWR, and you have rightly pointed out how we can incorporate that in our day-to-day life and stick to it. Very important to make it a part of our lifestyle, make some lifestyle changes, incorporate that in our life and maximize the benefits which we can get from MetaPWR. And it can be different for everybody, I guess. I mean, uh, for somebody it may be better sleep, better agility, good energy, and as a result, overall, I think people will see a lot of changes in their physical and also emotional and energy levels as well.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. This was an amazing presentation, Becky. Rongsen is here. Rongsen, you wanted to share your testimony? You can unmute yourself.
There. Oh,
Yes. Yes, I have a two testimony. There is a one that lady. I think before started using the MetaPWR oil, she have a problem for the knee bend because of overweight. And then after using, I just give the MetaPWR oils, and then he started using the oil. I think even her weight also weight problem also it's become because ET, and then after using 15 then 15 days it's a 70 something, and then slowly using right now she is a 65. So that is one of the very great testimony from my side that MetaPWR oils. So MetaPWR is very effective for the even the weight loss and everything. I think whole body. I should say that it's a very great, it's a very powerful oil. I should say. So that is one of the testimony about the MetaPWR oils. It's been only 3 months back it was happened. So that is one of the very great MetaPWR testimony. Thank you.
Wow. Thank you so much for sharing, Roxanne. Isn't it just fun to see people make a difference in their lives and to trust the product and lean in and get better, help them get better. So fun.
If anyone has any questions for Becky, then they can unmute themselves and ask. Or if you want to share anything, how MetaPWR would have helped you or someone whom you know.
Well, I think that's either we have a bunch of shy people or maybe I overwhelmed them. With lots
This
of
was an amazing session, Becky. Thank you so much.
well, thank you.
Really grateful to you. So, since nobody has any questions, we'll wrap this session today. Thank you so much, everyone, for joining. Really grateful to Becky and Larry. Amazing presentation, amazing format of amazing delivery of this presentation as well. We got a lot of new information, and we'll all meet next week, same time, for another session, amazing session. Thank you so much, everyone. Bye-bye.
Thank you. Bye, everybody.
Bye. Bye.
Mhm.
Thank you, Becky.
You're
Thank you, Nari.
Thank you, Roxanne.
welcome.
Okay.